Memorable Moments on Rivals.com is presented by Red's Apple Ale.
This is more than a game. This is history.
There's something happening here besides just a ball game.
At the time, we didn't realize the importance of the game. This truly was a change game.
Let's get rid of this segregation policy. Let's get with the times.
One of the reasons why that 40 minutes was so important, it changed our state and changed a lot of attitudes towards the race situation.
This is an awful time. This is a time when civil rights leaders were getting killed in Mississippi. The Freedom Riders were getting, Cheney and all of the guys were getting killed in Mississippi.
No African Americans were on our team. There was not an African American on any college team in Mississippi. And there was no African American on any SEC team.
The Mississippi State guys who just wanted to play basketball couldn't play against blacks. No options.
This historic game is a go back in time to 1963 when Loyola and Mississippi State played each other in the regionals of the NCAA tournament.
The state college board conferred that they would give us permission to go. Maybe 3 days before we were supposed to leave, we heard that the governor was going to serve an injunction to the university, the president, and also to our coach for us not to leave the state. We got word of that. We sent a group of players out, maybe half the team, to the airport, and there were no officials there to stop us. So they got in touch with the rest of the team to come on, and we got on a plane at that time and left the state. The rest is history. We went through Nashville, picked up our coach, went into East Lansing. They did not know we were coming.
The importance of the game. Mississippi sneaks out of town to play us. And that was a first for them.
All of the credit should be given to Mississippi State for having the guts to defy that court order and to come and play against us.
East Lansing, at their field house, Jensen Field House. Jerry Harkness was the captain for Loyola, and Joe Dan Gold, he was our captain. And they went out and shook hands and met with the officials.
When we shook hands, the place lit up.
It seemed like that everybody that was in that arena had a camera.
And all of the flash bulbs just popping all over the place. I saw that gleam in his eye, and as if we are opponents, but we're really together. We came because we wanted to come.
Everybody realized that the significance of this ball game that was fixed to be played.
This is big time history that is really taking over the place of a regular basketball game. So that jumped in my mind, and I went to the huddle thinking about that. A little warm inside from that, from the flash bulbs and the connection with the captain there. Well, we won the game 61-51, and the game was closer than that score.
I think both teams left the court that night knowing that there were two tremendous teams that competed.
I remember after the game shaking hands and saying that's the importance of that game. It was the first time other coaches saw that that was the future. And that they would, at some point, they would have to integrate just to stay competitive.
After we beat Mississippi State, we finally got into the championship game.
19,000 fans gather in Louisville to see Loyola's Ramblers and the University of Cincinnati Bearcats fight for the NCAA basketball title. At 54-54, the game goes into overtime.
Even though we only won the national championship by 2 points in overtime, we just played a poor game and still won against Cincinnati.
The shot misses, but Rouse tips it in, and it's all over. The Ramblers take the NCAA championship in the last few seconds of one of the fastest Action Jam finals in the sport's history.
Returning back home, I know that there was some disappointment, that yet there was some excitement. And someone in our group made a statement, I wonder if people are going to be there to shoot us or whether they're going to be there to applaud us. And I think most of us felt like it was going to be an applaud type thing. And when we came into Columbus, Mississippi, with our plane, when it dipped down, the cars were just bumper to bumper coming into the airport. It was unbelievable, the people, how they surrounded us, and the kids and adults and all, and it was a happy time that we had had.
I found out that Joe Dango, the captain, and I had a lot in common. So we got close as people at that time.
They had gotten to stayed in contact with each other when Joe Dan got very sick and probably knew that he was not going to live much longer. Jerry was kind enough to come down and visit him, and they had a tremendous relationship.
Then he passes away. I go to the funeral. It's all white. I go in, and the family rushes to me, and we're holding each other, and we're in tears. I go over to the casket and give my respects, and I look to the left side of the casket.
And there was a picture of the handshake that Joe Dan's wife, Rose Marie, had put inside the casket. And Jerry stood there, and tears just streamed down his face.
The family comes over to me. We're crying together again after all of that. And that's what it's all about. See, we came from all of these things, and then we had I never would have had a relationship with Joe Dango if it wasn't for sports, wasn't for athletics that brought us together.
Now that we're looking back to things that we did was probably more important than just winning ball games. We took down a tremendous barrier.
When you look at that period, we gave a huge push in more than one area.
I'm glad it did happen because so many things have come from it. Not only has individuals been changed, universities have been changed. It changed the NCAA. That's why they consider it to be the game of change. There was a lot of things happened that 40 minutes started.